Terex TL120 is a compact wheel loader and it weighs just 7 tonnes. This model by NZG comes in a Terex branded box, but there's no information about the real machine. Opening up the box, the model is wrapped in soft paper, and there are no assembly instructions because this model is complete out of the box. The chassis has decent detailing, particularly on the axles. There is a rivet to hinge the drive shaft, and the tyres have a good tread pattern. They are mounted on nicely detailed metal wheels, and at the back the body shape is nicely cast with distinct grills, and there are small graphics which add detail. The cab is also finely detailed, including this very small aerial on the roof. At the pivot point the hydraulic rams are visible, although there are no hoses, but on the plus side the drive shaft and small graphics are visible. The loader arm is nice because the rivets used to make the connections are very discreet. There are hydraulic hoses and the bucket is pretty good too. This is a Cranes etc. safety advisory. When on site, watch out for anybody who's riding the bucket. Once again we find ourselves on the good old Cranes etc. test track, and the little Terex bobs and weaves back and forth rather nicely. The wheels are fixed to common axles so they spin together, and at the back there's a decent amount of oscillation on the rear axle. Steering across the pivot point achieves a good angle, and it's nicely stiff enough so that it holds a pose. Testing out the cornering ability, and it tries to oblige. The other working feature on the model is the loader arm and the bucket, and at the bottom position the bucket can adopt a reasonable carry angle and cut angle. The height of lift for the bucket isn't bad, although perhaps not as high as the real machine would achieve, but certainly the tilt angle is reasonably realistic. Let's now try some genuine imitation real-life tests. So for the first test we'll try out some simple loading activity, and here we see the little Terex offering up a bucket of sand to a road tipper. This is not a high-sided truck, but the TL120 easily goes over the side and tips the bucket very nicely. For the next test we load the TL120 onto a low loader, and it drives itself on board with panache and finesse. This is another nice quality Terex model by NZG. It has a high metal content and the level of detailing is very good. The features are quite simple and they work well enough, although a few interchangeable work tools would have been good. Overall though, it's a good model that can be highly recommended.